Good afternoon in beautiful Hangzhou, Zhejiang province in China. And today we're going to Paris, but not the Paris you think of. It's about an hour away from Hangzhou, so allons à Paris, or should we say 我们一起去巴黎. So we made it to Paris, Zhejiang province, China, and here is the Eiffel Tower. Doesn't look as big as the French counterpart, but for 7 renminbi, it's much cheaper than flying to Paris itself, I think. So looks pretty good, and I don't think the Eiffel Tower is next to some construction houses, but these look quite interesting. These Parisian streets. So let's take a look around and maybe we'll find a baguette or a fagun, as they say here.
So this place is called Tianducheng, which literally translates to Sky Capital, and it's about an hour or so away from Hangzhou city centre. All you have to do is just take a metro and you're here in the heart of Chinese Paris. And I heard one of the big reasons why this place has the Eiffel Tower and a feeling of Paris is to convince wealthy people, rich investors to come in and buy property. And it didn't really work out until quite recently. But thanks to the metro line recently opening, more people have been moving here for much more affordable housing than Hangzhou city centre.
8.8折了，镇店之宝臭豆腐。
你为什么决定住在这儿？
我们在天都城已经住了好多年了。我是海宁的。我搬到这里来是为了更多的机会。我决定到这里是因为这里很漂亮，建筑啊，还有包括物价上我也非常的能够接受，而且这里非常的便利。
所以你喜欢住在家的巴黎吗？
我不会太过在意，就是巴黎样式的这个样子。我觉得它非常的有趣，而且很不一样。或许我都不需要去欧洲去见见真正的巴黎，感觉自己就住在这里。
好的好的，谢谢你。
So, Paris, China, it's interesting. It's got the facade of the Paris, but very much China. I don't think we're going to find a Western restaurant here. We're quite far out from the center. But you may be wondering, why Paris? Well, many years ago during the Chinese real estate boom, which is arguably still happening now, they're kind of in a bubble. Real estate developers were just building, and they had to find a niche. And why not just build or copy European cities? Like we have a London in Shanghai, so why not a Paris in Hangzhou? And here we are, the Chinese copycat city with an Eiffel Tower and everything. And so yes, let's explore this Chinese Paris and see if it's better than the original. I'm not too sure. And there's a lot of closed businesses here in Paris. But if everyone wants a nice Parisian market, just phone this number and you can have your own Parisian store. And of course, it wouldn't be Paris without the nice patriotic signage where it says something about this area and the cultural patriotism. And over here it has the 16 tenets of Xi Jinping's cultural characterism of China, I guess the word is. Like it has to do with culture, patriotism, democracy, self-determination, and yeah, of course, in Paris. So next we're off to, it says over there, tianducheng, which is the Sky Capital Garden or Park. So let's have a look around. And as you can see, one of the most popular parts of this place is the wedding photos. Why should a Chinese person pay for a visa and flights all the way to Paris when they have glorious Paris here? See, it's popular for wedding photos because there's also a third wedding photo here. So it's quite popular to do wedding photos just on the cheap. Just fly to Hangzhou. Camping in Paris, and we have a fancy yacht over there, and of course a nice German or Swiss kids place for Bonn. Doesn't sound very French, but there's not much things French here except that little Eiffel Tower. Oh, 小狗狗。早上好，中国。我现在有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋。And they've got Hilltop Castle. That's what it's called. It's not very adventurous, but maybe you can see what's inside. Castle. I'm going in. Oh, an abandoned castle. It's much to be desired. I think the European castles aren't as disheveled as this. Oh. I guess this could have been a hotel or something. It's got a reception. Never thought I'd go urban exploring in China. Oh, hello, may I take your order? Ni hao. Let's have a look. Let's go upstairs. Ooh. So, since we're in an abandoned castle, I thought I'd explain why China's housing market has just exploded and continue to grow as a bubble. And there's two reasons: marriage and investment. Oh, that's a lot of glass. Let's do it here. So, I want to marry my Chinese girlfriend, love her, but her parents are like, you need to be a provider. How do you show you're a provider? You buy a property. You buy a nice apartment wherever. Say, hey, in-laws, I am now a provider. Look at me, I got a property. Good job done. Sometimes you might need a car. It depends on the parents, but ultimately property. Two is investment. Now, why investment? Well, where do you put all your money? You put it somewhere, you diversify your assets. Buy a property, buy an apartment, job done. That's going to be sitting there, a little nest egg, sell it whenever. And it's very common in China that you buy a property, you don't just rent it or you just buy it to live in, but also you buy it, you wait some time, maybe a few months, and then you sell it again when it's a little bit higher in the real estate market. It's like buying on Wall Street, like the stocks. It's got a very similar mentality. So these are the two reasons why. Property is is booming in China, and also can't forget is the population, the sheer population that is urbanizing, and the growing middle class, which are also buying property. So I guess 3 reasons why China's real estate is booming. And we've got a lovely view of Paris. And we're back to the Eiffel Tower, where it all began in little Paris, and it was interesting exploring some fake Paris in China. It's a weird facade seeing the Chinese people, culture, the characters, the food, and then the veneer of Paris. And there's a few other fake cities I want to see. Like there's a London in Shanghai. There's an Austrian village in Guangdong province. So hopefully I'll explore all the fake cities, all the fake European cities that China has to offer. But yeah, so goodbye, au revoir Paris.